a
No, I'm not. I ain't got a clap on.
clap? Okay. That's always good. But when we come up on some signs here, I'm gonna let you know what they are.
You can tell me what's behind you, in front of you.
We got some beautiful rocks to the right of us.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the only time you're gonna see this stuff when you're out here on the road at mile marker 32. You know, on our way to Lake Havasu. You will never see anything like this unless you're out here. It's totally amazing. One good thing about trucking, learning how to drive a truck's a different story.
Everyone says that.
A lot of people think they can just jump in a truck and go. Man, it's just not that easy, man. And you should really think about that before you run down there and pay some jackass school or company all this money to get a CDL.
You can even talk about, how it was for you in school and how much different it is from the school environment to where you're at now.
My school was tough, man. My school was it was like the military. You know, it was a lot of. I was really cool with all the trainers and the teachers. You know, we'd go have lunch and all that. But when you're in the truck, man, it's serious business. And they'd rip you a new one, man. If you're being a jackass, not paying attention. The important thing to know is when you go to schools like that, or if you end up going to a CDL mill, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. Because all you want is that license. You know, that's the most important thing. I still talk to some of my instructors from school. Good people. Man, they were hard on you. So, if you're an idiot like I was, then you have some pretty thick skin, which I do. I was blessed to have that. Other than that, man, you won't ever see anything like this until you come out here. It's absolutely amazing. And I got a really good trainer here. Been super patient with me. You know, I'm driving his own personal truck. This truck costs more than my house did, and he's letting me out here tear it up. So that's pretty awesome. That he's out here allowing me to do this to his home on wheels. You know.
What do you think of it so far?
What I think it is so far?
Yeah.
Man, I think it's awesome. I think it's a great way to make a living. I don't think trucking's for everybody. I've questioned myself. It's not for everybody. If you got that family at home that you just can't be without, then this ain't for you. This isn't what I would do. Because you're gone a month or two at a time. And one day you're going to turn around, they're going to be grown up, and sure, you paid for everything and you made a good living, but you didn't get to see anything except the road. I like it. It's one of the most fast-track careers out there, I think, where you can just go to a school, get your license, and hit the road. You know, from start to finish, I was making money in 2 months. You know, and there's not another career out there where you can do that. There's just not. So. It's cool though, though, man. Truck stops are tough sometimes, some places. Other than that, nothing like it. Exit 26. Where are we anyway? Gallup, New Mexico.
What do you think the hardest part of your training is going to be?
Hardest part of my training is learning how to drive this truck, backing and getting into some of these docks, shippers or receivers, because they're tight. And if you really don't have a lot of experience, man, you're gonna get strong real fast cranking this wheel back and forth. That's really the hard part of training, is getting to know your shippers, receivers, and getting to know your trainer's truck. Some trainers got automatics, some trainers got 13 speeds. I'm in a 13 speed right now.
Some have 9 speeds.
Huh?
Some of them have 9 speeds.
Some of them have 9 speeds. I've never driven a 13 speed until yesterday. And what an experience it's been, I was trained in 10 speed, but yeah, you're getting to know your people net. This E-log stuff, man, it's tricky. There's so much more into it than just getting in behind the wheel and driving. And it's just not like that. It's just not that easy. And there was another guy I used to watch his YouTube videos called Red Viking Trucker. And he was right. If you're going to drive, you need to at least give it a year. And if you haven't figured it out in a year, then maybe you should think about doing something else. But your first year is going to be your hardest year, and I've heard that from so many truckers. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see.
What can you take away from that little mishap that happened this morning?
What can I take away from that?
Yep.
Try to relax a little bit more and take your time and be more methodical about what your next step is. What's your next gear? What are you going to do next? And just slow down and think about it. Because don't worry about the guy behind you. He's probably trying to get going too, and you will eventually once you get up that hill. Just slow down, take your time, and don't get nervous. Don't get nervous out here, man. You'll start making all kinds of mistakes. You just gotta relax and go with it, because everybody's had a first day, everybody's had a first week, everybody's had a first month. So it's hard for some people to remember that first day, or week, month, or year. Munzo Boulevard, 1 mile. Mile marker 22. Yeah, I love this shit though, man. It's cool. It really is. The only job like it. Thank you. It's the only job in the world like this one. I know why people get addicted to this stuff,
Yeah, you're addicted now. Wait till you go home and your wife asks you to drive somewhere. You're going to be looking at her like, the fuck you think?
Right.
Yes, you can cuss on my channel.
Okay, good.
I'm not doing it for money because I have a living.
Right.
This is just for fun for me.
You can see cool places, man. There's some truck stops out there that, I've been to one with got the massage parlor on one side and it's got the chapel on the other. They're cool ones out there to see. Pull in a truck stop, and if you're on your 34, you can get you an Uber or get you a rental car somewhere and go see the sights. And it's a paid vacation all the time. A lot of the hard part of it is, man, you got these super old truckers, old school truckers, man, that they try to scare off the rookies some. Don't listen to all that. Don't feed into what all those guys got to say sometimes. You never want to hear anything positive or anything negative. You just want to hear positive stuff.
Well, you occasionally want to hear the negative, just you don't want them pushing you down.
Right, because you're still driving a truck. They're still driving a truck for the same company. This Bombay Super Buffet. You get to see a lot of good neighborhoods, a lot of bad neighborhoods. You get to drive to some of these super small towns, where everybody mows their yard on Thursday. It's cool, man. People still live their lives even with all the chaos that's going on in the world. Do not sit there and glued in front of the TV. Listen to all that bad stuff, man.
I'm going to ask you a hard question.
What's that?
How long does it take to have an accident?
How long does it take to have an accident?
In your opinion?
Seconds. Man, it takes no time at all to have an accident. They're everywhere waiting to happen. They're everywhere. You'll drive out here and you'll see people with their foot on the dash, watching a movie on their laptop, and how much attention can you be paying? So yeah, no time at all to have an accident out here. The best way to do it is just keep your eyes moving and see what's going on ahead of you, and behind you and beside you at all times. Speed limit 65. Went to my first truck wash yesterday. That was cool. Blue Beacon. They clean the shit out of your truck, man. I was really surprised how good of a job they do. Never seen that before.
Where were we when we did the Blue Beacon?
We were in Texas.
What city?
Nah, I can't remember, man. I drove there. Amarillo exit 75. Good little spot. They do a good job. I was really impressed. It doesn't take long, It doesn't take long for a truck to get dirty out here.
How long did it take before I hit a bug in the truck after watching it?
As soon as we pulled out, it didn't take long. It didn't take long, man. I always know that every truck you get in is going to be different. That's another thing. Don't ever expect to get the same truck.
Well, even if you get in the same truck, it's still going to be different. Each engine, each transmission are all different.
Oh, yeah. Like my guy here, man, he jump right in and drive like it's a Volkswagen. He makes it look so easy, man. It's crazy. I was like, yeah, no wonder you have this truck. I get in it and question if I'll ever figure it out. But,
I told you, I'm thinking by the end of 4 weeks, you'll be sitting there like, all right, let's do the upgrade.
yeah,
Because from yesterday to today, you're actually a little more relaxed. You got that initial scare of the drive done.
right. Yeah, well, I was a nervous wreck yesterday, man.
I know you're still a nervous wreck, but you know, you're not okay. I gotta do it this, I gotta do it fast, I gotta do it. No. You just have to relax, take your time. Like I told you yesterday.
That's it.
There's a truck behind you trying to speed you up. There's another fucking lane. They go right around.
Right. And you probably figured that out this morning when I was trying to turn up that little hill there, you know. That was kind of crazy. It was. Part of it, you know. It's cool.
But what's one thing you can pass to future students and trainers and stuff when it comes to being a train from a trainee's point of view?
A trainee's point of view, man, yelling doesn't work. All you trainers out there, man, that are impatient, yelling at people, man, and yanking them out from behind the wheel, and putting that fear in them, it will not work, man. It just won't. Some people don't act well to that, and that's hard. And then you're stuck in the truck with the guy for, you know, anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. So you really gotta, you know, I've really been fortunate and blessed with the trainers that I've had. I've had some really, really good ones. I got a great one right now, man, who is, because I thought he was up here on the shoulder. Yeah, I got now, man. He's super patient. I know with some of these other guys that I've talked to, they've already been put back in the passenger seat to be co-driving right now. If you stall the truck, and the only way to learn is by mistake. And God knows I'm making a lot of them.
No one's perfect.
No one's perfect.
Unless you're Mr. Rogers, but that's a whole other video. Yeah, I'm a big Mr. Rogers fan.
Have you seen the new Mr. Rogers? Is it even out yet?
I didn't know they were making a new Mr. Rogers.
They are making a new Mr. Rogers.
You can't make a new, unless it's his son with the same attitude as Mr. Rogers, and he's got to have the damn shirt that he always wore.
I think they're making a movie out of it. I forget who's going to play Mr. Rogers. We'll have to Google that real quick.
We'll do that after.
Yeah, when we stop, man. Yeah, they're making a movie out of that.
Believe it or not, my last video, one of my last videos was 20 minutes on me talking about Mr. Rogers.
That's cool. I'll have to watch that. Go to the right school. You know, if you can, what I've learned from watching previous videos before I even started CDL school, if you're able to, save up your money and pay for it in cash. That way you're not sucked into anything. Because from being out here, I've learned, you know, these people that go to these school trucking companies and you sign that contract, they don't like the company. I'm not going to mention any of them, but I've talked to a lot of...
I'll say one right off the fucking bat, CRE.
Okay.
I'll call them out. I've worked for them.
And man, they're just, if you can, do it like I did it, save up your money and find a school. Because they're a lot more lenient when you pay cash. You know, unless if you're on a contract with the school, if you're not progressing, if you don't pass, you're done. and then you still owed the money. I paid cash for mine, and man, I was at my school for 300 hours, and it was a 160-hour school. And there was other guys that came through PAM that were sponsored. They were done. There's 160 hours up, man, and boom, it was it. You're out. And then you still owed PAM the money, and you didn't get any further except $6,000 in debt. That's all you did. So that's the best way to do it, man. If you're thinking about coming out here, just work and save, and try to go to a smaller school that will work with you. My school worked with me, man. I went to Arbuckle truck driving school. It's tough.
Where's Arbuckle at?
It's right in Tulsa, Oklahoma, man. Down on 145th. They rent a spot, or Paul's Transport gives them an area for school. So you can either get sponsored through Paul's Transport, or you can pay cash. But man, they're awesome. They really were, man. They helped me every step of the way, and I'd never driven any big rig truck. I've never pulled a trailer, never backed a trailer, and man, they griped a lot. But man, you learned it, because you didn't want to get griped at. So I feel like for me that was the best way to do it, because a lot of these schools they're bad news, and they're getting paid one way or the other. That shit, they'll put that shit on your credit, and then what are you going to do? A lot of trucking companies will do a credit report, and they see you're a deadbeat, and they may not hire you because you're a deadbeat. You just don't want to go down that road. Or you go to school and you pass, and then you don't like trucking, you don't like it, you're still on the hook for the money. And then you have to work, and you have to hustle, and you got to pay the school back, and you got to still pay all your bills at home. So the best way to do it is just pay it outright. True. I know our left lane's closed up here.
How do you think backing's going to be for you? I know we haven't done that yet, but I didn't want you to, try to back into a truck that pulled in because you can't see the mirror knocking off.
Right. That was smart. Backing, man, is the best way for me to back. Is the only way I can back is I have to see which way my trailer's going, and then if it's not going the right way, then you have to pull up to the spot that you started from, and do opposite from there. That's how a lot of backing works for me. I have to actually see the trailer physically move, so I can figure out my pivot points.
Do you think it's going to be hard when we get to Lake Havasu after we get fuel and stop and do a 30-minute break where you're backing in?
Sure, it's
be in what, 6 hours or so it'll be 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, depending on how many spots in the truck spot.
Lake Havasu usually has a live run there. That's why I'm choosing.
That'll be the first time backing in this truck, so it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting to see. It was dark as hell last night, man, and I couldn't see anything. So I'm glad you didn't jump out and just say, okay, back into a place that doesn't really exist with somebody who pulled in.
One thing I can impart on you, anytime you back, turn them four-ways on.
Right.
A lot of drivers understand that, but you do get the occasional idiot. I
Right.
actually had
But he did everything right, though. You know, he had his four-ways on. So that's kind of on him. You know, these truck stops, man, you got to be patient. If you do, man, you'll get run over. And some of these guys are doing their phone and they're trying to get their Bluetooth set up. They're trying to log in at the same time, and they're just not paying attention. So, mile marker 3. We're almost out of this state.
What state comes after New Mexico?
Arizona. I think about that for a second.
Is Arizona in the same time zone as Mexico?
It is.
It's not.
What do you mean it's not?
Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time.
Oh, okay, that's right. You're right.
It's the only state that will throw you off.
That's right. Who is that? That's Magnet Brothers. Never heard of them.
It's a one-person industry. One-person business, I should say.
Out of California.
Yeah, a lot of those type of companies come from that area.
Stay border ahead.
You know, with you having your wipers, you should probably turn on your headlights.
Oh, that's right. Is he getting over? I flashed him.
He does like I do. He waits till he sees both your headlights, and then he'll come over.
True story.
Every time I see that, I'm half tempted just to wait for you to fucking pull out a can of beer and just for
Yeah, there's a lot of little things to learn out here. You know, learning how the truckers drive. You know, what they're waiting on, the experienced guys. You know, been out here for a while.
If you could say something to the experienced guys that we dealt with at the yard, what would it be? Because I know you were a little nervous at the yard.
Yeah, I'm super nervous at the yard, man. Especially when you set 13 speed. My whole stomach dropped.
Has it really been that much harder?
No, not really. Not really. I don't know, man. Just, some of them don't want to see the younger guys come in, and I don't know. I took what some of them had to say, and then I let the rest of it go. You know.
Yeah, I know some of them were trying to discourage you from doing this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I didn't say another word to him after that. You know, because if that's how you're going to come across to me, then why in the world would I want to hold a conversation with you and hear any story that you have to say? You know, you say you don't make any money at it, but you got a beautiful truck and you got all this nice stuff, but you say you don't make any money at it. You can't believe what you say when you're flaunting your stuff. You know, it's hard to believe that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And I want to say it, but I know
Right.
people at the company see it and they'll go say something.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't pay the dude one cent of attention after that, man. I didn't want to hear anything he had to say. It's all worthless information to me. Maybe he's just having a bad night. Who knows? But he is who he is. You know, he's probably been doing it for a long time. You know.
He says he has, but I usually see his ass at the yard all the time.
wonder you can sit there and say those things, you know. If you're always sitting. But everybody's different, you know. You just have to know your own limitations. You'll be all right. Mile marker 357.
Now I want to know, do you have any final parting words for people who either want to get in this industry or think it's super easy?
It's not super easy.
Any parting words from what you've experienced in this truck? You know, whether it's been at the yard, it's been, you know, out that you've seen at the truck stop, what you've experienced so far, any of that.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, and don't sit around and listen to negative. You know, if they're talking negative, get away from it. Because it's an awesome experience, but you're not going home every night to the wife and kids. So if you can't handle that, then you know you need to figure out something where you can stay at home. I don't mind being gone for long periods of time because I know I'm making money and I'm providing. So but it's not for everybody. But if you want to try it, try it. You know, why not? It's not easy. Getting your CDL is not easy. But if you're looking into it, then go ahead and do it. That's the only way you're going to find out. Because you won't find out anything watching YouTube videos, or you know, you won't find anything out until you get behind the wheel. Because it is not what you think it is. Unless you're born on a farm, you know, and you did it your whole life, you know.
Or you grew up with it.
You grew up with it, which I didn't. You know, I'm at a point in my life where I needed a career, and I needed one fast. So this is where I'm at, behind the wheel, driving in Arizona with a great trainer.
You keep saying that, I keep saying you're a fucking liar. I'm just a trainer.
Yeah, there's some bad trainers out there, man. And like I said, I've been fortunate to have good ones. So God's watching over me. It's awesome. That's it, though. You'll never know unless you try it.
Just want to let you know, as I always do in all my videos, y'all are perfect the way you are. Y'all stay good, stay happy, and try to help each other.